Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Pahrump Early Learning Academy, where we are more than just childcare.
Hi, I'm Monique Mitchell with KPVM Television. My children attend Pella and they love it. The curriculum they have is pretty amazing, and my children learn what they need at their level.
Not only are the children learning, they're having fun, and that's what matters.
I like Pella. They help you with your homework, and it's fun.
Give us a call today to tour our facility at 751-5335.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349.
Tonight on News 46, the final meeting will be held by the Town Board. The High Desert Chorale will be having their annual holiday concert. And time to get back on your feet, car giveaway. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, December 8th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The Pahrump Town Board will be meeting for their final time tomorrow night at the Nye County Commissioners Chamber in the Calvada I at 6 p.m. One of the items on the final agenda is the evaluation of the Pahrump Town Manager, Susan Holacek. There are also some approvals of the PEEB grants for events within our town, and Town Board member Harley Calkin has placed a couple items on the agenda that's sure to stir up the crowd for their finale. The recalling of the Pahrump Town Board Ordinance 18, which would change the laws allowing prostitution within the town limits of Pahrump. This came about because the county commissioners were talking about proposing a clearly defined red light district in Nye County. The town staff recommended that Calkin not place this item on the agenda and leave it up to the commissioners to address this issue if they decided to. Harley Calkin insisted on moving forward with the agenda item, which, if the unlikely chance it was approved, could open up the town of Pahrump to prostitution. Calkin also added another controversial item to the agenda, suggesting to increase the room tax rate from its now 9% to 13%. The staff also wrote notes on the backup not supporting this move. As you know, the Pahrump Town Board form of government will be no longer as of January 5th. We spoke to County Commissioner Butch Boraski about the town board transition.
Well, transition's going along good. Our staff is working with their staff as far as the management end of it goes. It's sad that it had to come to this. I wish all those individual town board members the best. I hope whatever they decide to go off on to, if they want to stay and serve the community, there's plenty of organizations that could use their help right now. And again, I commend them for doing a thankless job. Trust me, I know the feeling that what they've had to go through. Now, on the other hand, next month, the county commissioners will take over, and then it'll be our turn to show what we can do to run a smoother operation. There is one issue that I'm concerned about, is that they've never dealt with I think it's $27,000 that they owe Contour on a final payment. And I was going to bring that up at the board meeting tomorrow night and ask them about that, if they can talk about it, and if they're just going to leave that for the county to deal with.
And what's going to go on with Contour? Because there was a lot of money spent on that project.
Well, they never really brought us anything other than Think Tank. And I could have thought that one up for $10. I don't think it would have to pay whatever they paid. Unfortunately, sometimes people get high hopes and big dreams and want everything if they just settle for a little at a time. The fairgrounds, if that mindset was there 15, 16, 17 years ago when I moved here, we'd have a lot out there right now. Unfortunately, people want to do a Disneyland, Harley World, whatever you want to call it, kind of a project, and it ain't going to fly here.
So how is it going to go now? Have you guys made an official decision what's going on with the employees at the town office, with certain positions?
No official decisions can be made other than a board meeting, and that will come on the first meeting of next month.
And then You guys are going to attend tomorrow night's meeting. What's your opinion about some of the items that are on that agenda?
Well, there's a few of them on there about, I hate to say it, but going ahead and raping the hotel rooms in town for additional money, again, to build a Harley World project. I really wish that some town board members would give up on that idea and look at a more simple plan where you can pay as you go type attitude. We could get a lot more done that way, but jumping up the room tax up to my understanding 17–18% is insane.
The Bureau of Land Management will collect burros in Pahrump near the Johnny Herd Management Area. The food, water, bait gather corrals could be in place for several days to several months, depending on the burros' movements through the area. The burros are being gathered because they pose a safety hazard along State Route Highway 160 side roads in the Pahrump Valley and have caused private property damage in our area. The BLM is planning to collect approximately 30 to 40 burros from the Pahrump Valley. The burros will be available for adoption after the gather operations end. More news after this break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Welcome back to News 46. Older adults who lose their mobility are at higher risk for illness, being hospitalized, and losing the independence to live on their own. A new study examined whether sedentary older adults who participated in a structured moderate physical activity program could prevent or delay losing their mobility.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Mildred Johnson is 83 and Brian Ainsworth is 77. Both different people before they really began to move.
You get to the point to where you're comfortable with doing nothing.
I guess I was a kind of couch potato beforehand.
Dr. Marco Pajor from the University of Florida Gainesville and co-authors enrolled more than 1,600 patients ages 70 to 89 at 8 centers around the country. All were at high risk of becoming unable to walk without assistance. For 2.5 years, one group was randomly assigned to participate in a structured physical activity program.
Guys are looking great.
This involved walking, resistance, flexibility, and stretching exercises.
We didn't require any special equipment to perform this program so that it could be applied anywhere in any environment.
When I started walking here, it was like a 30-minute walk, and within a few months I was up to an hour.
Most of my friends and relatives are in their 80s. I am the only one in the group who is not using a cane right now.
The other group attended health-related workshops and did upper body stretching.
The physical activity group experienced an 18% reduction in major mobility disability risk. Physical activity as a structured program can avert or delay major mobility disability more efficiently than a health education program.
Both Mildred and Brian, along with the rest of their group, say besides making new friends, they now understand how important staying active really is.
It's given me more purpose. I'm doing a lot of things that I didn't do 4 years ago.
I just want to keep mobile, moving the way I am. It not only helps your body, it helps your frame of mind too.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
Researchers say that more than 40% of the participants did experience a serious adverse event, which primarily consisted of overnight hospitalizations. A single vehicle rollover occurred on Highway 160 near Mountain Falls early Saturday morning. The driver and only occupant of the pickup truck called Nye County Dispatch to report that he was intoxicated and crashed his vehicle. Medics checked out the driver and he was taken into custody by deputies at the scene for DUI. Crews worked 2 additional accidents today, both non-injury, one on Highway 160 in Poster Road, the other on Highway 160 in Yellowhand next to Walmart. Both vehicles sustained minor damage, and a 2-vehicle accident also occurred in the intersection of Basin Avenue and Blagg Road Thursday afternoon.
This accident report is brought to you by Half Price Lawyers, located on the corner of Basin and 160. Call 775-400-0000.
A two-vehicle accident occurred on Blagg and Basin. Nye County Sheriff's deputies and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were dispatched to the scene. However, medical attention was declined by both occupants of both vehicles. The cars sustained minor damage as a result of this accident. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating the cause. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The High Desert Corral invites you to feel the holiday spirit this Thursday night at the Pahrump Nugget during their annual Christmas concert.
Because of work schedules and travel schedules, we have no men in this concert.
So this is an all-women Christmas concert. What are we expecting to see?
Well, you will expect to see a lot of women, and they're doing a good job. It'll be as good as any concert we've had, I think.
When is it going to be held?
The 11th of December, always in the Nugget, 7:30.
They're going to have a little mixer right beforehand.
Yes, the Pahrump Arts Council is you would know better than me, having a little social. So the High Desert Corral is going to bring all sorts of seasonal music to us, and you guys have been practicing for a few months? Yes, we've been practicing since September. Always have a lot of fun doing that. People really love this concert because it really gets them into the holiday spirit, doesn't it? It's a really good way to get started with the holiday spirit. Yep, we always do it towards the 1st of December. Before everybody gets real busy. Maybe so many people do it towards the first of the month that we're busy at the first of the month. I don't know. But anyway, it's worked. We have good attendance and people enjoy it. So bring the kids out, bring the whole family down to the Pahrump Nugget on December 11th, and come a little bit early for the mixer, and the show starts at 7. How much is it to get in? What it is to get in is a food donation, non-perishable food donation, and or if you would like, a donation. And then, of course, if you bring your donation and you still want to donate to the Arts Council and the High Desert Corral, of course, I'll be more than willing to do that, too. Yeah, we like that. I love those concerts by the High Desert Corral. They have them in spring and Christmas time, and I can't urge you enough to go to them. And we will be telling you about the Nevada Silver Tappers Christmas show, which is this Saturday at the end of this newscast. But right now, Lieutenant Steve Moody with Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue recently spoke to News 46 regarding the application and use of common household fire extinguishers.
Yeah, the ABC extinguishers are multi-purpose. ABC is A is natural vegetation stuff like wood products, stuff like that. And then you have your B's and C with petroleum products, and then your electrical system. ABCs kind of cover everything. They have the dry chem. You can get them at Home Depot. You can get their different sizes. And I definitely recommend keeping one underneath your sink for a cooking fire.
And then they don't take care of as big an area as you would normally think.
Obviously, the bigger the extinguisher, the more area they cover. So if you have a small little extinguisher that's only like a 1-pounder, it's only going to cover a few square feet. It's not going to cover a large kitchen or something. That's another thing is people delay notification and try to fight the fire. Make sure you call or have somebody call while you're trying to extinguish a small pan fire or something like that.
And then how should you use them in a sweeping motion?
Yeah, it's called pass. It's pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep.
At the bottom, top, or what?
Bottom of the base, bottom of the fire there, and then you just do a sweeping motion. And then if you don't have enough extinguisher and stuff, then that's our job. That's what we do. We'll put it out for you.
Do you want to say anything to the people out there for the holiday?
No, just be safe. And we get usually a couple critical car accidents usually around holiday times. I just want everybody to wear the seatbelts and be safe.
When we come back from this break, we're going to tell you how you might be able to get into a new car for a whole year. Stay tuned.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
It's that time of year again. Saida Trudeau is holding their annual Get Back on Your Feet car giveaway. We caught up with Tom Saida to find out more.
What we've decided to do is to give back to our community, which supports us greatly. We have 48 employees here and with their families. This place has involved over 200 people that make their living and enjoy their lives because of Saida Trudeau. And the dealership is successful because our community supports us.
So true.
So we thought we would come up with something in order to help a less fortunate family get back on their feet. And so we called it last year the first annual Get Back on Your Feet car giveaway. So this is the second annual, Deanna.
It's a great program. It really
it
helps
is.
people who have a plan who just need a little bit of help.
Right. What we did last year, we're doing it again this year, is we encourage community people to write letters to the media, K9 Radio, and Saida Trudeau right here, and Valley Productions, in order to suggest somebody that can really use the use, free of charge, of a Dodge Dart for 1 year.
And you also help them with the first insurance payment. You give them a tank of gas every month?
Absolutely. We require the car to be brought in monthly for maintenance, and we clean it, and of course it's all free of charge to the driver that wins the use of the car. We make the down payment for them on their insurance for a year because they have to insure it. And once a month when they bring their car in, we fill the tank for them free of charge. And they get to use the car for a year.
So what you're looking for in these letters, what's kind of what you guys have in mind?
We want somebody to have the use of this car in order for them to make their lives better. We want them to be able to use the use of the car so that they can change their life and step up. We don't necessarily want the deserving person to get the car to look at it as a charity thing. It's not that. It's an opportunity for them to do better and pick their life up. That's what it's about.
So when the residents write in, they should be prepared to say what's going on with their life in the letter, and then what their plan is and how the car would change their life.
How that car would benefit and change their life. You're absolutely right.
In an effort to boost tourism and support the local economy, a nonprofit group is preparing to construct a large-scale recreational trail system on land adjacent to the small mining township of Beatty. The nonprofit group, Saving Toads Through Off-Road Racing and Mining, Oasis Valley, plans to build hundreds of additional trails on public and private land in the area. Long-term plans call for accompanying infrastructure, signage, and visitor maps to support the new trail system. The initiative, named the Oasis Valley Recreational Tourism Enhancement Project, is expected to improve the economy through job creation, retail expenditures, and lodging revenue. The project is backed by local businesses, the township, and a $50,000 donation from Barrick Gold of North America. As part of the President's Climate Action Plan and the Bureau of Land Management's Western Solar Plan, the BLM is releasing 3 environmental assessments analyzing impacts for 3 proposed utility-scale solar energy projects in the Dry Lake Solar Energy Zone in Clark County. Following public comment, the BLM will proceed with final consideration of the projects. The projects, which propose to generate a combined total of 480 megawatts of electricity on 3,083 acres within the Dry Lake Solar Energy Zone, are the first to reach the stage of permitting under the Western Solar Plan. Well, here's Courtney Salmon with Weekend Sports.
Weekend Sports is brought to you by Wolfenstein Construction. The Pahrump Valley High School girls basketball team started their season in a holiday tournament at Lake Mead Christian Academy, playing 4 games in 3 days. On Thursday, the Trojans lost to West Wendover 30-24. On Friday, they lost to Boulder City 38-21 and defeated Lutheran, a team from California, 54-5. Their final game was Saturday against Bishop Gorman's JV team, losing 55-35. None of those games were conference matchups, and the only team they have a chance at playing again is Boulder City if both teams make it into the playoffs. The boys and girls basketball teams travel to Bonanza tonight in a non-conference matchup. The varsity girls game begins at 5 p.m. and the varsity boys game starts at 6:30. Both teams have their first home conference game at Pahrump Valley High School this Wednesday against Clark. The varsity games begin at 5 p.m. for the girls and 6:30 p.m. for the boys. Both PVH teams will have their work cut out for them on Wednesday. The boys will play a very good Clark basketball team. Clark is the current defending state champion and have 5 seniors returning from last year. For the girls, Clark made it to the playoffs last year as the number 2 seed in the division, and they will have 8 seniors who have returned this year. The Pahrump Valley wrestling team competes this Thursday at home against Sierra Vista at 6 p.m. This has been Weekend Sports. I'm Courtney Stallman with News 46.
Thanks so much, Courtney. I know that everybody's keeping their eye on the weather because there's some big announcements coming up later this week, and Noah's going to tell us all about that after this break, including some of those Christmas announcements of events that are coming up this week, too, right after the break.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Monday, December 8th. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 67 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 57 degrees. Winds were coming from the east-northeast today at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 6 miles per hour. The UV index today was 1, which is low. Humidity was at 41%. Sunrise was at 6:43 this morning, and the record high in 1939 was 77 degrees. Well, tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 43 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 41 degrees. Winds will be coming from the north-northeast this evening at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 4 miles per hour as well. Humidity will be at 64%. Sunset was at 4:30 this evening, and the record low in 1978 was 23 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 67 degrees and a low of 42 degrees. Winds will be coming from the east-northeast at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 5 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 44%. Sunrise will be at 6:44 tomorrow morning, and the UV index will be 2, which is low. For our 7-day forecast, we can expect to be starting off with some partly cloudy skies, but there is a Pacific storm headed our way. Thursday evening, we should be expecting strong south-southwest winds developing across Inyo, Esmeralda, Lincoln, and Nye counties. Friday, we can expect precipitation to spread eastward across the region. By Friday evening, we can expect precipitation to decrease from west to east. Things should clear up for partly cloudy skies for the weekend. Your high temperatures will be starting off in the high 60s. They'll be dropping down into the mid-50s around Friday with our storm coming in, and they'll be staying in those 50s across these next 7 days. And then your low temperatures will be starting off in the low 40s. They'll be going up into the mid-40s around Wednesday and Thursday and dropping quickly into the high 30s on Friday, and they will be staying in the 30s for the rest of these 7 days.
Thanks, Noah. Tails End Christmas Community Pet Party scheduled for this Saturday, December 13th from 1 until 3 p.m. has been moved from the Calvada Eye because of the predicted weather. They will now be holding the event on the same date at the same time this Saturday from 1 until 3 p.m. to their indoor-outdoor location on Siri Lane off Basin Avenue behind the Nye County Courthouse. For more information, you can give them a call at 751-6310. That's 751-6310. And the Pahrump Art Gallery will be hosting a Christmas open house this Saturday, December 13th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. There's going to be free raffles, refreshments, painting demonstrations, and if you bring your personal artwork depicting winter, you can win a cash prize. They're located at 601 East Street next to the community library and tucked in within the Chapter 2 bookstore. For more information, call Princey Simons at 537-7958. That's 537-7958. Or you can go to their website, PaHrumpArtGallery.com. And the Nevada Silver Tappers Christmas Show will be held this Saturday at the Saddle West. There will be 2 shows, one at 3 p.m. and one at 7. This annual event will support the homeless youth in Nye County this year. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46 from everyone up here at KPVM-TV. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.